Yeah, see. Marcus, what did you see on the two returns for touchdowns last week? What was your vantage point? What went wrong?
Obviously, it was not a very good day for us on teams. In both instances, we had opportunities to get the guy on the ground. We had guys that were in a position and lost leverage on the football, which is, I mean, that's defensive football and coverage units. At any time you lose leverage on the football, big plays can occur, and that's what our defense talks about. It's the same with special teams as far as your coverage units. On the punt, we lost leverage with what's supposed to be our contain guy. The ball got outside of that. A couple guys didn't do a great job as far as shooting their gun. A couple guys didn't do a great job of getting off blocks, and they had a guy that's dynamic. It's a space play, and he made a play. Obviously, that's unacceptable. Can't happen. We're working hard to get it corrected right now. Same thing with the kickoff return. It was going to the field. One guy had leverage. It spit up inside and bounced back outside, and our to-the-field contained guy lost leverage on the football. We had guys that were on the ground and didn't execute very well, and in the same regard, we're working our tail off to get that stuff correct.
You guys seem to put so much emphasis on special teams in practice, and you guys have been pretty good at it, maybe save for the Alabama game on kickoffs, but was it surprising to kind of see some of those breakdowns?
Well, it's disappointing. I can say that much. It was certainly very disappointing. I mean, we gave up 14 points, but then also countless yards in field position that were critical to the game going the wrong way as well. So we're working hard to get it correct. And it is extremely disappointing with as much as we put into it as far as special teams. And I'm disappointed. The whole coaching staff's disappointed. Our players are disappointed. And I'll tell you what, they've had a great sense of urgency these 2 days as far as coming out when that special team's been called. These guys have been fired up, competing as hard as they have since day one we got here.
On the return punt, when he muffed the football and hit the ground, did that affect the coverage team as far as seeing the ball on the ground, thinking there's a loose ball, and maybe that affecting how they did their coverage?
There might have been one guy that hesitated a little bit. We always say anytime the ball hits the ground, we should be accelerating as opposed to slowing down to try to see how things work out. You should be accelerating to the football. But no, that made it even more disappointing that the ball hit the ground and still they were able to turn it into a big play. We would like for that to be, if they have a miscue, that we're taking advantage of it, and we didn't.
Just how critical is it, I mean, in something like special teams where everybody's out in space, that fundamentals are keyed in on, that they're breaking down the way they should be? I guess just how important is that?
That's huge. When you put the game into more green grass, when there's more space, things like lost leverage, that becomes even more critical because now the guy's flat running fast. When you have a missed tackle, that's even more critical because that's a lane. It's a lane about 5 yards. If you miss a tackle in that lane, shoot, there's not someone for another handful of yards. So special teams really emphasizes if you have a mistake, I mean, it gets blown up even bigger because you're in big space like that.